Hiya! Welcome! 2 Funko Pops to unbox today, he says, as something fell down there. From over in Maryland, the purveyor of usually pre-owned, I believe, Funko Pops and other Funko and other collectible products, if it comes to that. $7 a pop, also incorporating Mystery Grail, which I've never used because I'm not really much of a mystery box fan. So I was browsing their site mainly because I had it in my mind that they'd sent me a $5 off voucher, which, to be fair, I don't think expired till October, but I did want to make sure I check the site every so often to see if they'd got anything interesting, and they had 2 things that I wanted. Now, one of these is technically an upgrade on a pop, so I've kind of already got it, but this is a better version in my opinion, and I'll probably show you that one first. And the second pop, which you'll have seen the intro, so you might have a good idea what that is. Another exclusive from the Funko store that here in the UK for Funko Europe, they just have had up on their site with Notify Me for ages, but it's not come in stock yet. It might have done by the time this video comes out, but I won't hold my breath. Anyway, let's get this open. So the total price of this order, I can't remember. It's not taken long to come. It was delivered via FedEx. I think it's only taken about a week, maybe even a bit under. I think one of the pops was around £11 and the other around 17. Now, they are showing your local currency on $7 a pop now. So normally before, you'd go on and buy something, and then once you've paid, it'll work out what it's converted from dollars to pounds or whatever currency your country has. But now it'll just show you the British price or whatever price from wherever you're shopping from before you even start. As soon as I open this, I see that it's double boxed and that we've also got a load of the dreaded packing peanuts. There's a sticky invoice. So can I remove this carefully without getting a load of these bloody peanuts all over the place? Looks like they've buried some bubble gum in amongst the peanuts, so just put this box carefully down. They always send a couple of pieces of gum. This is that double bubble stuff that, while it's nice enough, it just loses its flavour after a minute. So, it's double boxed. Let's get the second box open. One of these was graded at 7.5 out of 10. There was a version that didn't have a grading, so presumably they classed it as mint, or 10 out of 10, for a little bit more. But I know $7 a pop have always been pretty conservative with their grading, and I've bought pops I think from there before, maybe only around 6 or 6.5 out of 10, and the box condition has been more than satisfactory for me. So they are bubble wrapped within here, which is nice. Also looks to be a flyer of some description. Chuck that box down there as it's not got any packing peanuts in to spill all over the floor. There's your flyer for Mystery Grail. They send this or some similar flyer about one of their company arms, I think, in every order now. Nice and glossy, but as I said before, nothing particularly interesting to me. I do know people who've done pretty well on Mystery Grail, but it's a gamble, isn't it? And I collect Funko Pops because I want certain ones, not because I'm just hooked on the mystery all the time. So I'll probably show you the kind of duplicate first, and the other one, the one I was a little more excited about because obviously it's a brand new addition to the collection. And it's the one that I've been waiting for absolutely ages to get at Funko Europe to no avail. The first one is pop number 122 in the ad icons, and it's the Diamond Edition Tapatio Man for the Tapatio Salsa Picante, aka hot sauce. So those of you with a very good memory could cast your mind back, what, it's probably going to be getting on for 3 years now, I think, that I bought the common of the Tapatio Man. It was probably one of the last things that I actually ended up receiving from Glass Shelf Collectibles. By the way, GSC, if any of you are watching, you still owe me quite a lot of money. I just thought I'd give you a gentle reminder. It feels a little bit weighty, this. I don't know what part of it is glittered exactly. We'll get it out of the box in a moment and see. I don't think this pop had a grading, so it's gonna basically be mint or near mint. Weirdly enough, the common, which I've already got, it's over there somewhere. I I think is valued a little bit higher than this Funko Store exclusive edition, but I consider this an upgrade. I don't collect based on what value some app or whatever purports a figure to be. I collect based on what I want, and if I can get a stickered variant of a common stickerless version, then chances are, unless the price is too ridiculous, I will upgrade. So let me get this out. I don't think we get Tapatio here in the UK, but we get similar things. There's a hot sauce that I really like. I have it on sandwiches all the time that I think is very similar. Also stuff like Tabasco sauce is pretty similar to this, I believe. It's come in a plastic sandwich. And I've dropped his stand on the floor. Don't need the stand because he's going back in box. He is an ad icon, and all my ad icons are displayed in box. So here he is, and I can feel some glitter coming off on my fingers already, so I don't really want to have him out of box too long. But yeah, he's got that very sort of rough to the feel texture, which doesn't bother me too much. If this was a flocked pop, I wouldn't even particularly want to get it out of box. But I can kind of get why some people don't like touching these, because I've got that kind of sandpapery sort of feel. Plus, I'm always worried that the more I touch it, the more I'm going to be rubbing glitter off it. So his jacket and his little tie are glittered, as is the top of his hat. I don't know how well it's coming out on camera actually. The light might be a bit bright for you to see. No, I think it's coming out okay. The same design, the same sculpt as the common, the non-stickered version that I got about 3 years ago. Right, let me carefully pick this stand up so that I can put everything back in its box. There he is, back in his box. Great pop that, the diamond edition or glittered Tapatio hot sauce man. What I'm going to do with the common, I'm just going to give it to my youngest daughter Alice. I do that from time to time. If I've upgraded a pop, as in the case of Tapatio man here, I'll give Alice the older one, or the one that I'm replacing. I'll give her that later on, and this one will go in the display in its place. So there we go. Right then, on to, well, I suppose you'd call this the main event, although I think this is actually the cheaper pop of the two. This is the one, it was graded at, I think, 7.5 out of 10, so I'm just having a little bit of a look. Yeah, I suppose the back of the box there's maybe got a little bit of a, is that a crease? Yeah, it's a crease, not a tear. Anyway, it's number 177, it's Julius Pringles from Pringles Crisps. Technically they're not crisps, they're a potato snack. But let's not get into semantics over snacks right now, as much as I'm an expert. Of course I am. You can tell I'm someone who eats a lot of crisps. This is interesting actually. I never realised this. This has actually got a number on it on the Funko sticker. It is actually limited to 10,000 pieces, which I had no idea. So perhaps I'm giving Funko Europe a bit too much leeway here. Perhaps that's the reason why it's been delayed so long over here in the UK and in the rest of Europe as well, presumably. Is that there is only 10,000 of these made, which is quite a high number, but they obviously consider it a low enough number to make a mention of it on the sticker here. So I didn't actually know that was a limited piece one, albeit a high number in that kind of thing. Pringles don't need any explanation from me, do they? Back of the box, there's your crease there. I think that's why they're marking it down. The box is a little bit creased on the back, but it looks fine to me. I think the front of it looks absolutely perfect. I think the sides are alright as well, and it's going to go in my display in a protector, so it's all good in the neighbourhood. Right, let me get this one open. As I said, I could have paid a little bit more for one with a mint box, but so I'll try and save a few quid. You know, it wasn't a bad total order price really. The most expensive thing really was the postage. Came via FedEx this morning. I think postage wound up at being something like £17, which does sound like a lot, but you have to bear in mind, compared to certain other American Funko selling sites, they charge absolutely ridiculous prices, and it means just some pops are just impossible to get unless by some miracle a place like Pop Figures ever gets them in. Here is Julius Pringles. I never knew his name was Julius all these years of eating Pringles. What's your favourite Pringles flavour? Let me know in the comments. Mine is all-time favourite flavour, because I just love cheese so much. The ones that used to be called Cheesums that they don't sell over here now. Occasionally they bring out something similar as like a limited edition thing. They were always my favourite. You can't whack a sour cream and onion. Their salt and vinegar are lovely. barbecue is a really nice one. I like the paprika. Could go on for ages here. The only ones I don't like actually in Pringles, apart from flavours I don't like generally, like prawn cocktail, are the plain ones. I feel like the plain ones are a bit like eating cardboard. Anyway, he's holding a tube of plain Pringles here, is Julius. He's got that kind of big, what kind of moustache would you call that? There's a name for it, I can't think. But he's got a nice big tash there. Very pale white face. He's got a kind of Tell Talk style hairstyle. Hello Tell, hope you're well. Sort of rosy cheeks. Unusual looking chap, isn't he really, when you get down to it. Red bow tie. What I think is a yellow waistcoat, and then he's got like a red dinner jacket. I like that he's got quite a bit of red on him to correspond with his original flavour or original variety of Pringles. Black trousers, and then he's got what is incongruously a pair of white and red trainers. Really nice that. So glad I've got this finally, because it's been up advertised as coming soon, or wait to be notified that it's in stock at Funko Europe, along with another ad icon that I've been wanting for a while. Although the common of that is easy to get, I'm holding out for the Funko store exclusive version, and that is taking its sweet time in getting in stock as well. But really delighted with that. Certainly for me today, simply because it's not one that I've got in any other form already. Julius Pringle is the star of today's show. But that's not to take away from the Diamond Edition Tapatio Man. Two excellent ad icons, both decent prices I feel, including postage. It wasn't too bad really, about as good as you're going to get buying directly from a store in America. And of course, $7 a pop make it a little bit easier now, as they convert your currency before you start. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this double ad icon Funko Pop unboxing. I want to say special thanks, as always, to my wonderful subscribers and generous patrons. Please see all my usual affiliate links, lots of Funko ones down there, including for protectors at All Things Vinyl, and also there's my Patreon link, Facebook group link, and an affiliate for HMV and for Urban Jungle, they of the Contents Insurance fame. I'm going to go now, going to put Julius and Tapatio, that's not his first name, but Mr. Pringle and Mr. Man into protectors, put them in my display. Of course, this one is going to get swapped out. I'm going to take the old one out and give that to Alice later on. And I do hope that all of you will join me and the chaps here next time for my next Funko Pop unboxing. Cheers everyone. See ya!